Hello crocheters, in this tutorial I'm going to be sharing with you how to crochet this tulip. These are the materials we're going to be using to make the tulip. We're going to be making the leaf first, so make a slip knot. Once you have your slip knot, chain 12. We're going to be skipping those two chains, and into the third chain work a double crochet. Also keep working one double crochet into the next 6 chains. Once you have 3 chains remaining, we're going to be making a half double crochet into the next chain. Work a single crochet into the last chain. We're going to be slip stitching. Next, we're going to be working into the loops on the opposite side. So chain 1, then slightly turn your work. We're going to be mirroring the stitches, so just follow the pattern on the screen. While you're working on this side, work over that yarn tail as you go. Once you've reached the end, chain 2 and slip stitch into where you placed that last double crochet. For the next part of the leaf, chain 3. And we're going to be skipping that last chain, and into the next 2 chains, work a slip stitch. Next, we're going to be slip stitching upwards in the middle of the leaf. After making those slip stitches, go ahead and cut your yarn. Pull through on that last slip stitch and then weave in your yarn tail. And if you had worked over this one earlier, just snip it off. Now your leaf is completed and we're going to move on to making the tulip. Grab the yarn color of your choice and make a magic circle. This knot is going to count as my chain 1. Into the magic circle, we're going to work 8 single crochet. Close the magic circle once you have those 8 stitches. Now for our second round, into that first stitch, work 2 single crochet. Into the stitch following, work another 2 single crochet. So that's the pattern for this round. Into each of those single crochet stitches, we're going to be working 2 single crochet into them. So keep repeating this and I'll meet you near the end. At the end of round 2, you should have 16 stitches. Moving on to our third round. Into that first stitch, work 1 single crochet. And then we're going to be increasing on the second stitch. So work 2 single crochet there. Let's do that again. 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And into the one following, work 2 single crochet there. This is a pattern we're repeating. So 1 single crochet and then an increase. Do this all around and I'll meet you near the end. At the end of round 3, you should have a total of 24 stitches. Before we move on to the next round, go ahead and weave in that yarn tail. Round 4 is going to be worked a little bit differently. So these are the front loops. And then these are the back loops. And for this round, we're working in the front loop only. So place 1 single crochet into each stitch, but in the front loop only. For the next 8 rounds, we're going to be repeating the same pattern. So picking up both loops, work 1 single crochet into each stitch all around. Once you completed those 8 rounds, go ahead and cut your yarn, leaving a little yarn tail. Also chain 1 after that last single crochet. Pull through on that chain 1. We're gonna be inserting the stuffing, but just before we do that, insert the stem part into the center of the first round. Using your pliers, you can bend the tip under. Once you have the stem part in, go ahead and insert the stuffing. After inserting a decent amount of stuffing, we're going to be sewing the tulip slightly close. Where we have the first and last stitch, fold the top parts so it is even on both sides, and then insert your needle through and just stitch that center part down. Once you slightly tap down the center, we're going to be folding the sides and sewing that down as well. After slightly tucking down the sides, go ahead and weaving a little of the yarn tail. Once you're through with making the tulip, we're going to be wrapping some green yarn around the stem. So as you wrap the green yarn around the stem, just place a little glue down as you go. Once you've reached the bottom of the stem, we're going to be wrapping the yarn back up. Once you're through with wrapping the stem with the green yarn, we're going to be adding the leaf. So decide which position you want to glue it down in, and then just glue it down. Here we have the final result for the crochet tulip tutorial. I hope this crochet tutorial was helpful, and thank you for watching. Feel free to check out my channel for more crochet tutorials.